Orlando Stoics, my philosophy discussion group. One of the recurring topics is anger, and we are reviewing this topic every Friday night. We are in a series. And so today I'm going to share with you some of the highlights of what we have covered recently. Anger, of course, is something that can pop up in our lives at any time. We can bump into people. We can have a car accident. Any number of things can happen. But some of the ways of dealing with anger is, in Stoicism, we understand that externals are things we cannot control. We may feel like we have control in our lives, but we don't. So since we don't have control, why get angry about it? That's the concept in brief. In modern psychology, they have a similar way of handling it, which is labeling the events that happen to you. If you have an event that happens to you, you can label it. You can say, I feel frustrated with this. I feel angry with this. And therefore you can begin to process in your mind less emotion, more logic. In other words, be less emotional about the topic by thinking about it objectively, and then you can be more logical. And then, of course, the Buddhists stress that you should have less ego in your life. If you have less ego, then things don't have to go your way. You're able to understand that things will happen as they happen. That leads to acceptance. And all that can happen with less ego in your life, but it takes practice. And so I'd like to end today with a quote from Seneca. We are reading his books on anger on Friday nights. And this was a quote. I'm going to take a pause here. I'm going to read to you a quote from Book 3 on anger. It's between chapters 11 and 20 somewhere. I forget exactly with. But Seneca says, quote, "He who seeks to know what is said about him, who digs up spiteful tales, even if they were told in secret, is himself the destroyer of his own peace of mind. Some stories may be so construed as to appear to be insults, wherefore it is best to put some aside, to laugh at others, and to pardon others." In other words, we make ourselves angry in a lot of cases. So think about this a little more, whether you choose Stoicism or another wisdom tradition to help you with it. If you can just reduce anger in your life, you'll have less stress and anxiety. You'll feel much better. This is Stoic Dan in Orlando.